So, in Atal FDP, cyber security, first session is going to be on overview of cyber security. Today, the session we are going to see about the overview of cyber security. First, we are going to see what is actually security is. Usually, the literal meaning of security is safety. So we are going to have security of freedom from danger, from potential harm, from unwanted change that is being caused by others. The it may be caused by a person or maybe a group or by objects or some group of objects or even some system. So which may be just changing the data or the relevant information or the sensitive information. So the cyber is the skill in steering or governing, or in case of computing, in case of the internet, crime and safety and other uses of computing. Then we are going to see what a cyber security is. Cyber security, otherwise even it is known as cyber security or information technology security or electronic information security. So as a whole, we can say cyber security is a process that is actually bringing together people, tools, management approaches, practices, technologies just to protect other individuals, programs, devices, and networks from digital attacks. So the main goals are to ensure integrity, confidentiality, and availability of information. So the main goal is to have a protected life, peaceful life. That is why actually we are going for this cyber security. So first we are going to see what are actually cyber attacks. So naturally cyber attacks are nothing but some type of offensive operation that is employed by some individuals on organizations, on other computers or information systems or networks or on personal computer devices just to have some data change. Mainly they are going to steal some information or they are going to change some data. The purpose may be different in each case. The cyber attack may be either it may be a web-based attack or it may be a system-based attack. So in case of system-based attacks, we are having many varieties: viruses, worms, Trojan horse, backdoor, and botnet. Viruses, it is actually the simplest form. Say it is a type of malware, so which is going to be propagated by inserting a copy of itself into and becoming a part of our system. So after it is going to spread from our system, from one computer to another computer, it is going to infect, and as it is going to travel, it is going to infect. That is the danger can be very simple or it can be very severe in some cases. So almost all viruses are going to be an executable file. So whenever any user is going to touch unknowingly that file, definitely it is going to affect the system. So it will not be active till that particular moment. Then it will be active and it will be spreading, that is spreading through the full system. Then comes your worms. Computer worms are similar to this. It is also replicate the functional copies of themselves and also cause some same type of danger. In contrast to virus, which repair the spreading of infected host life, worms are actually standalone software. They do not require any host program or human help to propagate. Then Trojans. They are actually a special type of malware. Again, it is harmful piece of software that looks legitimate. Users are typically, actually, they are going to load and execute it in our system. After it is activated, it can achieve any number of attacks on the host. From initiating, that is the user is going to first initiate it, then it is going to spread through the whole system and it is going to damage the host. So it is going to steal data, or it is going to activate the other malware, and it is going to just damage the system. Unlike viruses and worms, these trojans, they are not going to reproduce by infecting other files, nor they self-replicate. The next one is actually the backdoor. Even your Trojan virus, it is going to be a form of backdoor. Backdoor, actually, it is referring to a method by which authorized or unauthorized users are able to get around normal security measures and gain high level of user access. On a computer system, say network or software application, say actually already we know that Trojans are also known as, they also able to create backdoors to give some malicious users access to the system. And then comes the bots. See, they are actually the shortest form of robots. So bot is derived from the word robot and is an automated process that interacts with the other network services. They are going to automate the task and provide information or services to the world otherwise to be conducted by the human being. A typical that is use of bot is to gather information. They are actually acting as even as web crawlers. The malicious bot is actually self-propagating malware, which is actually designed to infect the host and connect, and also to the central server. Also, it may connect on servers which may act as a CNC, that is command and control center for the entire network. So actually, in case with botnet, attackers can launch even broad-based, that is remote control type of attacks. Flood type attacks are against their targets. So botnets are actually automated. They can be used for some specific attacks which can be automated. Even advanced botnets may be having the advantage of common IoT devices. They can even have the attacks on the IoT devices, that is which will be used for home automation and other applications. Then we are going to see what are all the different types of cyber attacks we have for the web. So as we all know, we have denial of service, middle in the man attack, phishing, drive-by attack, password attack, SQL injection, then eavesdropping, birthday attack, malware attack. So in case of the first one, that is denial of service, here the main thing is, in case of this particular attack, it is actually the motive of this attack is to shut down the network or the services to make it to be unable to use by the user. Say actually, in case of one weather channel, using this particular attack, even the attacker has made, that is he shut down the total weather channel itself. So nearly some 90 hours the weather channel was not working. Actually, the people were wondering what may be the reason for that, but it is because of this DOS attack. So and also it is combined with ransom attack. So in using that, they have asked for some bitcoins. Only after receiving everything, they have allowed the channel to regain its functionality. So that is actually
ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, 1 minute. The number AS39, Syed sir, please unmute. Sir, please mute, sir. AS39, Syed sir, please mute.
So in case of denial of service, usually the attack is done on the system so that it is not going to provide the regular functionality. The attack completes the mission by overloading, that is the traffic is actually generated. In real, there may be no traffic at all. So the usual technique is generating more traffic. And it also includes DDoS attack, that is distributed denial of service attack. which is going to have an attack on the web server of high profile organizations. Then middleman attack, from the name itself you can guess there will be one middleman in your conversation. Actually the user may be thinking only A is actually talking to B, but there will be some middleman. So who is going to just get all the data? He is going to collect all the data and he is going to use it for his own purpose. So middleman attacks, that is man in the middle attacks, also referred as even eavesdropping attack is actually coming under the same category. Middleman, that is middleman attack is actually a part of or a category of eavesdropping attack. So in this kind of cyber security, there is a breach of data that permits the attacker to just get the communication that is being happening between two different entities. So then next comes the phishing. Phishing is actually, the main goal is to gain the personal information or influencing the user to try to something, that is whenever we are sending something through email, it is going to gain the personal information. It happens when the attacker is actually tricking the person to send some text message or email or instant messages, etc. So during that time, the attacker will be getting the details. So then the victim is actually opening the link. Actually, unknowingly, the victim will be opening the link, which is actually going to cause this phishing attack, and also it is actually connected with a ransomware. So without knowing or unknowingly, the user is actually opening that particular link, and he is going to click the mail, or he is going to see the message. During that time, the attack happens. So all that data will be stolen from the user. So actually, ransomware attack, as we know already, it is actually it is also a malware where actually using this attack, the attacker is going to have some Bitcoin.
Lily ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, screen share பண்றது ஷேர் பண்ண வேற யாரோ ஷேர் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. நீங்க ஒரு தடவை ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க.
So is it visible?
Ma'am, PPT தெரியல ma'am. It is not visible. PPT is not visible.
Is it okay now?
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. It is visible. Participant, please do not press present now button.
So cyber criminals usually using this ransomware attack, they are actually planning to get some money or bitcoins from the organization or from the individuals. Next one is actually, even in case of phishing, we have a spear phishing attacks. Then next one is a drive-by attack. A drive-by attack may be a common method of distributing malware. So in this, the attacker looks for an insecure website. Whenever our website is somewhat...
excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
But PPTs are not visible. But PPTs are not...
Yeah, PPT is visible.
Madam, PPT is not visible.
You pin the PPT.
It's not shared, ma'am. It's not shared.
Ma'am, it
not
is
shared.
visible, but they have to
No,
pin
ma'am.
your name.
Ma'am, it is visible.
Remember, is it visible?
It's visible. You have to pin that.
You need to change the background color.
PPT is visible.
Okay.
No, sir, PPTs are
So
not
the
visible.
color maybe, yes, the color is not actually supporting.
Yeah, that's right, ma'am.
Okay. Only problem with this slide, I hope so. So I'll share this content. So the next one is actually drive-by attack. So here actually the attacker is looking for some insecure website. If suppose our website is somewhat weaker, then he is going to plan for the attack. So he is going to plant a script into, that is, he is going to send a malicious script in PHP or HTTP in one of the pages. The script can install the malware. So into that, that is into that website. So as soon as we are going to use that, it is going to attack our system. So in most of the cases, this is not actually visible to the user. So that is the main drawback here. So next one is password attack. So it is going to, the simple meaning is, it is an effort to decrypt or obtain the user's password. So naturally, the better way is to set a strong password. So whenever we are setting for any system or for any logins, we are asked to set some password. Usually we prefer of setting, that is preferably we will be using on the same password for all the logins, because it will be easy for us to remember, but it is not a good way because it can be easily attacked by the attacker. So he can easily guess. Once he is getting one password, definitely many users, nearly 90% of the users are using the same password for all the logins, for all our dealings, for all our, even for banking transactions, everything, we are using the same password. So it should be avoided. So if the user is very strong in maintaining the strong passwords, then this type of attacks can be easily removed. Then SQL injection attack. So this is actually referred as even SQLL. So this is actually the attack which employs malicious code in the, that is in the backend database. Mainly it is going to attack the database. So the database is seem to, that is the information is actually usually in case of any organization, the database is going to contain many sensitive information. It may be containing the user details, or it may be in case of banks, it may be containing user details, user account details, or it may be in case of organizations, it may be containing all the employee details, salary details, all the information about the employees, or even in case of institutions, it may contain sensitive data about the staff or the students. So definitely, if you are not going to have a control over the data and we are going to have a strong security for that, this type of attack may happen on that. Then cross-site scripting attack. So this is also a sort of web application security vulnerability. Typically, it is going to happen on the web applications. Flaws are actually allowed in this case of attack to succeed whenever there is a whenever we are going to open that particular website in an insecure way, or flaws that will allow the attacks to succeed, or quiet whenever we are going to have a large, say many things are to be open and happen anywhere in the internet computer. Mainly it is going to happen in case of net. The next one is dropping attack. Yes.
Madam, we cannot see your PPT. Please share your PPT, madam. Sorry for the disturbance.
So, sir, actually it is shared. Only this page is very, actually, it is not actually, the color is not supported. That is why only 3 more attacks there. Anyway, I'll change the color and I'll give it to you.
So now it is visible. Is it
See,
visible?
actually, the color is very light, sir. That is the problem. That is why they are not actually able to see this PPT.
Ma'am,
Oh,
it
sir,
is
ma'am,
visible,
one
ma'am.
Not visible, not visible.
No, it's please reshare, ma'am.
It's fine,
Again,
ma'am.
once again, you
It's
reshare.
fine, ma'am.
Okay,
It's fine.
I'll
We can
reshare.
just zoom it and view.
Okay. So, EVAS dropping attack. Already we have seen it is actually similar to your man in the middle attack. It is also going to have some intruder in the communication. So it is also a challenging one because there will be one intruder in the communication path, which cannot be actually easily detected by the users of the communication. Next one is birthday attack. So it is actually, birthday attack may be a statistical phenomenon that simplifies the brute forcing. It is actually supported the birthday that states for a 50% of chance of searching. That is, whenever we are sharing our birthday, this may be related to some of our logins or some of our usernames or passwords. So using this, they are actually trying to get the data from the user. So the last one is malware. It is also a type of cyber security threat in which the system or the network is affected by the malicious software. So again, in all these type of attacks, the main thing is something data which is actually very sensitive for the user will be stolen by the attacker. So he'll be using this data, and sometimes he may be demanding some, say, if actually after attack, it will be converted or it may convert as a ransomware, where that particular attacker may be demanding some bitcoins. Only after getting it, he'll be just leaving the data back, or he'll be giving back the data without any damage. So now, after seeing all these varieties of attack, we'll be seeing some examples where actually these attacks were already happened and they have affected the system. So the first example is talking about WannaCry, that is WannaCry attack. So it is a ransomware attack. So which were actually, it was happened in May 2017. So in this particular cyber attack, that is CryptoWorm, which is actually passed to all the systems which were actually operating on Microsoft Windows by encrypting the data, and that is, the attacker was demanding for a ransom payment. So in Bitcoins, actually the attack was done on all the computers which were actually running on Microsoft operating system, and the attacker was demanding for a huge amount. However, actually this particular attack was actually on different countries. Even some nearly 150 countries were infected during that time, and some 2 lakh, around 2 lakh computers were affected. So the users do not access the files and they cannot send the message. In worldwide, this particular crime has gone to up to some, it affected up to some 4 million users. That is 4 million, the loss is going to be 4 million rupees. So that to that extent, it affected the, say, we can even say the whole world. The next attack is on Yahoo. It was actually considered to be the very large attack on that particular time. So actually on Yahoo, there were attacks on 3 times. The first one is Yahoo.com cyber attack, happened on September 2016. Then again the cyber attack on 2016 December, and mainly the mail login cyber attack on February 2017. So actually in case of this Yahoo, the internet service company, as you know, it is actually the internet service company. It reported actually 3 major attacks. So this is considered to be the largest attack of that particular age. So nobody knows, till now nobody is sure about who has done that particular attack. So most probably it was guessed that the private security company InfoArmor, he may be the reason for that, but the InfoArmor company, that is the attackers, they have just stolen the full database. They have taken the full database which contains all the usernames, passwords, and all details about the user. And they were actually, after they have actually, after they attacked that Yahoo company, and they claimed all the databases, and they claimed for a very large amount. Only after the amount was transferred, they have just released it. But it was actually considered to be the largest attack during that 2017 time. And also in case of this COVID-19 pandemic, actually the FBI and other agencies, official agencies are confirming that the number of complaints are actually increased during this COVID-19 pandemic. So the cyber division is saying up to 4,000 cyber crimes or cyber attacks are reported every day during this COVID pandemic time all over the world. That represents around 40% increase in the attacks. So usual time attacks are actually less than that of this COVID-19 time attacks. Here, there are so many attacks that are happened throughout the country. So actually, Interpol is also saying the same. So FBI is also reporting there are so many attacks during this COVID-19 time. So the alarming rate of these cyber attacks aimed at major corporations, governments, and critical
Hello?
infrastructure.
Hello?
Yes.
Madam, someone is sharing the certificates, other things. We could not visible the PPTs, sir. Someone is sharing the certificate from other colleges. We could not see the PPTs, madam.
Rajkumar is sharing.
Rajkumar sir. Rajkumar sir.
Ma'am?
Sir, please stop sharing.
Ma'am, திருப்பி once again நீங்க பிரசன்னா கொடுங்க திருப்பி. Ma'am?
அதே இல்ல சார், even I am getting Rajkumar is presenting. Rajkumar sir.
Please remain him for 5 minutes, madam.
Is it okay now? Duraimurugan sir.
மேம் லோகேஷ் மேம் ஷேர் பண்றாங்க. மேம் நீங்க திருப்பி பண்ணுங்க வந்துறேன்.
No. Just not to stop that, I presented.
ஓகே. மேம் நீங்க திருப்பி ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. லில்லி மேம்.
No.
Okay.
லில்லி மேம்.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lily ma'am can share now.
Lokeshwari, please.
லோகேஸ்வரி மேம்.
Yeah, I had removed my presentation.
ஓகே.
Duraimurugan sir, okay va?
ஓகே மேம். ஓகே.
Okay. So actually, in case of this COVID-19 period also, we have so many attacks reported. These attacks are actually targeting on big businesses, that is types of businesses that are very large, and even governments and critical medical organizations are targeted more. So that is actually the major target during this pandemic period. Certain types of attacks are more for this. Microsoft is also reporting that COVID-19 themed attacks are there. So the main theme is actually kept as COVID-19 and they are doing the attacks. So using in this attack, cyber criminals get access to the system through the use of phishing or social engineering attacks. They are actually targeting mainly on the medical background. That is, they are targeting the medical organizations. Then, as we all know, cyber crime is mainly, which is actually the crime committed using system and internet. And the main purpose is stealing data or information. So in mainly cyber crime, the computer is used as an object for doing the crime. So the cyber attackers or criminals may be just classified into different categories according to their goals, motivation, and capabilities. Based on this motivation, the threat they are going to give is going to differ. So the least one is actually recreational. So here they are going to use, that is, they are going to attack just for fun. They are going to just have some limited technical resources. With that, they are going to just doing it for some fun, or they are just for fame. Just for that, they are going to do this attack. The next one is cyber criminal. So in case of this cyber criminals, they are individuals or sometimes some small group of people may be involving in this type of technology. They may be having some motive. So they may be attacking the user or some intention they may be having. They may be selecting the particular computer which should be targeted and what should be done, what is actually the main thing they want to achieve. They'll be having some target. But also in this case also the resources limited and also the technical capability is also limited. In first case, just for fame, just for fun they are going to do. They don't have actually any target. They don't want to achieve anything. That is, they don't want to target on any organization or any individual. There is no target at all. Just for fun or fame they are going to do. The second one, they are actually maybe in small groups. They may be having some technical capabilities, limited in size. They are actually selecting the system to be targeted and what is to be targeted, what is the main weapon, which method they are going to use, whether they are going for web-based or system-based, what is the type of attack they are deciding, and they are going to attack the system. The next one is activist. They are actually emotionally committed. There may be some group of criminals also. Here they may be carrying out the work in groups. So they are group of criminals who unite in carrying out this particular cyber attack. Maybe they'll be in a network. So they are actually targeting industries, somewhat bigger target or bigger goals they'll be having. So they are actually emotionally committed and also they are acting in groups. They are doing this in networks, forming a network, and they are very specific about the target. And also some large organization or large networks they will be targeting. And the next one is organized crime. So from the name itself, you can guess it is an organized way of doing. They'll be having a proper network. They'll be having proper resources. They'll be having proper technical capabilities. Everything established. They'll be planning and they'll be executing the attack. It may be on different organizations, bigger organizations. They may even demand for money, or they'll be doing in an organized way. The last one is state sponsored. So here there is a highly, technically qualified persons. So they'll be executing everything in a full-fledged manner. So advanced way of doing that, automated way of doing. So nearly they'll be correctly targeting the organization. They usually, these type of people, they won't be targeting individual users. they'll be targeting bigger organizations, even sometimes governments they may be targeting. And definitely the ransomware attack will be involved with this because they are actually targeting mainly for money. They are actually these hackers will be targeting on even governments. So these are all the different types or general types of attackers. So till now we have seen what are all the different attacks we have, what are all the different types of attackers we have. Now we have to know what is the importance of cybersecurity. So we have so many attacks around us. So whether we are an individual or we are a company, we are a group, we are an institution, we are a government, no problem. Definitely whenever or wherever we have data, there will be attack. Whenever we have data which is sensitive, there will be more attack. So definitely even each and every one is actually attacked by the say attacker. Even when we are using our password, sometimes even from our account some money will be deducted unknowingly, somebody would have taken money. So all these are happening. So we are actually living in the era of cyber crimes. So there is a need for cyber security so that our lives will be secured. So wherever data we have to have a security. So many technologies are involving now. So definitely there is a strong need for cyber security. So cyber security is also evolved. So it has first developed in a simple manner. Now it has evolved. So many techniques are coming. So many persons who are actually specialized in this particular identification of hackers, and they are actually ethical hacking. So there are so many things that have developed. Since the importance of cyber security is increasing more and more every day. So we have data, we have software, we have network, we have devices. So that is the main thing for attackers. So we have sensitive data. So whenever we have sensitive data, definitely attackers will be interested more on that, because by attacking it, they can get even lump sum amount, ransom money can be transferred. So that is also more important. So cyber security gets more importance during this digital era. So as we transfer into digital, definitely this threat is also coming with us. As we include more technologies, more technology supported world, we are actually inviting more number of cyber crimes. So we have to have a secured way of doing everything. That is also more important. Then comes the goals of cyber security. So as we have seen in the first itself, CIA is the main goal of security. First one is confidentiality. You have to have authorized access. Unauthorized access should be avoided. And also integrity in the data. So whenever there is some deletion, so definitely it should be by the authorized person. So method should be there to ensure the data is actually accessed by the authorized user, and also the deletion or something, that is the change or data is these three things should be taken care whenever we are going to have a security, that is security system in the era. Next comes the different varieties or types of cyber security. So as we say cyber security, it not only includes cyber security alone, even it talks about application security, information security, network security, operational security, internet security, ICT security, and end user education. Not only that, apart from that, it is including even more. So the first one is application security. So this is mainly focusing on the devices, on the softwares. So how we are going to keep secure, how we are going to secure our application from different attacks. So information security protects mainly the integrity and privacy of data whenever we are going to store and whenever we are going to transmit the data. So usually information is not only stored in one place, it will be transferred to other places also. That time also you have to maintain the security of your information. So whenever we transmit your data from one end to other end, the security should be there for the data for the during the full transfer. Network security, it is actually the main thing which is actually concentrating on the network. So you have to keep your data from different intruders or attackers whenever you have a network. And operational security talks about mainly the handling of data sets during its operation, during any in the process of decision making. Suppose we are going to make a decision, so it is not only done with the help of say just by talking or just by say in case of many organizations, many bigger organizations, not only bigger organizations, even in any organization or even in our houses, whenever we want to make any decisions, definitely it is depending on some data. So whatever may be the decision, whether it is simple or even it is complex, we are actually going to have some data. Only based on the data, we are going to decide. If suppose we are going to buy a washing machine, definitely we are going to decide based on the money or based on the requirement, based on the space, whether we can keep it or not. So depending upon the many data, we are going to decide it. So that is what actually your operational security is. Internet security is actually the main thing because in today's world, internet is actually having a major role. As soon as we get up in the morning till we sleep, we are using internet. So without internet, we are not actually spending even a minute. So that we have to have a stronger, secured way. So we have to have a secured way of accessing the net. And communication technologies, that is also very important. We have to have CIA concept there. So whenever the organization is going to transfer something, whether it is going to record some dialogue or it is going to record some communication or it is going to proceed with some communication, CIA should be protected. It should be verified that the CIA is followed. The last one is user education. So for any type of attack, it is better if you have your user as an educated one, or better you educate the user, thereby you can reduce the number of attacks. So the most unpredictable cybersecurity factor is people. They'll be using the mail, they'll be using the password, they'll be using the PIN number wherever they want. So just educating the user for the proper usage of passwords or PIN numbers or sensitive data will be just reducing the number of attacks. It will be giving more importance or more thing on the cyber security. Apart from this, we have even cloud security. Actually, in your session followed by this session, we are going to have a intro on cloud security. This is mainly going to deal about the infrastructure where your data is going to be stored. Then data security, identity management. It is going to identity management is mainly for access, that is authorized user management. Then database management, that is database security. Last is mobile security. So again, mobile, without mobile, we are not going to live for a single moment. So they are actually involving many security challenges. So it is always better to have your mobile phones, that is your mobiles in a secured way. So that is also important. in case of cyber security. So whatever may be the security platform or whatever may be the thing, definitely for any organization, for even for our houses, we are having so many security principles, policies involved. So depending upon the structure, depending upon the privilege, depending upon the mechanisms, depending upon the facilities, depending upon the design, we are going to follow different policies. But the principles or the policies or the standards mainly put on the say it is actually important so that we are actually removing or we are minimizing the cyber attacks. So that is the basic need, or that is the basic thing we plan when we plan for any policy or any procedure to protect against the cyber crimes. So cyber security procedures, usually it is going to explain, usually procedure or policy or standard, they gives the rules that are to be followed so that we can live in a secure way. So cyber security procedures are going to provide us with the rules. So how to have a proper communication, how to have a secure way of having things, or using internet or using mobiles or using emails, or how to have a secure way of communication. So that is actually the practices it is going to specify. So the IT department CIO, that is communication officer, communication information system officer, is actually primarily responsible for designing these type of cyber security policies in case of an organization. So there are so many challenges so that are actually upcoming every day. So having a proper cyber physical systems, or having a proper protection for your data, or having a proper way of transferring data, proper policies, proper procedures, proper standards in organizing and transmitting, storing the data and using the data, then definitely we are going to have a cyber crime free world. So not actually it is very, it is not easy to achieve this. It is very difficult, but to some extent we can have some security if everything is actually followed properly, because there are so many challenges that is before us when we are going for some data transfer, or when we are doing some critical operations, or when we are going to have some communication, when we use our data, sensitive data, when we input our password, when we put our PIN. So there are so many situations where we face so many challenges. So to face all these, to overcome all these, we are in need of proper procedures to just have a secure life. So cyber security is focusing on all areas. We can't say any area is left out. Even it may be an industry area, or it may be cloud, or it may be any other area. It may be using supply chain or blockchain or IoT, AI, ML, whatever may be the area, there is a need for cyber security. And there is a cyber security framework. Using this, we can identify the occurrence of attack. We can have some secured system. You can understand the threats that are available. We can have a detection. We can identify, we can detect, we can actually respond. So once we are actually able to identify, we are going to just prevent, we are going to able to respond, then definitely we'll be having some knowledge about the cyber crime. So we'll be having some system, strong system against cyber crime. So you can have a strong cyber security framework. So using the knowledge that we have already gained, we are going to have a prediction system. So we can have some intelligence, so we can handle the situations in a better way. So these are all the biggest challenges that are faced by small to medium sized businesses. So the employee may be using non-company devices to access the company network. So usually, as we all know, in most of the organizations, they are giving laptops or systems which should be used for the office purpose. So they are actually securing the data or securing the information, securing the communication by this way. And also it is actually preventing the risk of third party that is involving in your organization. And also it is having some, say, whenever we have some cyber attack or cyber security policy to be admitted in your organization, you want to design, definitely funding is also needed. So there is a struggle to find a proper cyber security provider, that is, you want to have a specialist. For that also you have to have some money spent. It is also a great challenge because it is not easy to find a person who is actually specialist in serving this cyber attacks. So who is going to prevent us from cyber attacks? That is also the major problem nowadays. So for avoiding the cyber attacks, it is mainly required, we have to have a combination of information technology and also personnel bring their hand in hand so that they can fight to some extent against the cyber crimes or cyber attacks. So if these are going to be stronger in your organization, then there is a possibility that you can have a stronger cyber security method or cyber security policy or procedure in your organization. Then there are so many new technologies that are coming in. That is AI, blockchain, IoT. So all these are having effect on cybersecurity. So as you go to a new technology, definitely it is giving us many researchers are going on using AI, we are achieving more. Using blockchain, we are achieving more. Using machine learning, we are actually doing many things. But the other side is even we are vulnerable to attacks. So always it is better to have a proper security in any of the system we are going to use. So whatever may be the system, whether you are using cloud, okay, it should be secure. Whether you are using some new technology, you have to have a proper security methods to just use that new technology. That is also more important. As actually new technology evolves, the other side is actually going to be, that is, we are not actually known to all the technologies or all the things that are involved in that particular technology. So always we are actually vulnerable to attacks. So just to prevent it, whenever we are going for any new technology, definitely new technology is most welcome. We have to have a knowledge. We have to improve our knowledge. There is no doubt in that, but we have to be careful that our organization or individual is not affected by the new technology. We have to take proper steps in having a secured form in whatever may be the technology or whatever may be the project or whatever may be the research or whatever may be the activity we are doing. That is also more important. So the last one is actually the cyber security checklist, which is actually given by Interpol. So you have to always back up your online files properly, strengthen your networks, use strong passwords, that is, you have to have your software updated, manage your social media. That is also very important thing where the vulnerability is more. We are actually exposed in case of social media. Whatever we post, it is actually viewed by many members. It will be taken, it will be used. So we have to be very careful when we use and manage, that is, we use our social media. So always we have to be very careful in setting and checking our privacy and security settings. And also whenever we are going to send or communicate through your emails or through any communication method we are going to use, we have to have a proper secured way of communicating. That is also more important in case of cyber security procedure. So with this, actually, we are stopping.